there, I'm Shanelle Kaul, and this is The Uplift. We have a great show for you with a great cast of characters. The duck who helped this retriever get her goldenness back. The twins with an unbreakable bond you can almost feel through the screen. A mom who found the one thing that made her son smile extra wide, and the strangers who helped him beam. Plus, a sit-down with William Shatner and his daughter, Melanie Shatner-Gretsch, talking for the first time about an experience that strengthened their bond. And David Bagno has a story from someone in his own hometown. You might think there's a resemblance to David himself. All of that and more heartwarming news. You're watching The Uplift. Welcome to The Uplift, the show that's here to lift you up for at least the next 30 minutes. We begin with the classic Steve Hartman story, how an ailing dog got his groove back thanks to an unlikely friend.
Justin and Tori Canarelli almost have a typical American family. 2 kids and a dog. But then they've also got this duck.
I never thought I would own a duck. I never expected him to stay long term.
Tori brought Louie home after he hatched at an elementary school on Long Island, New York. It was supposed to be a short little visit, but the duck quickly became indispensable for one family member in particular, their golden retriever, Barley. Yeah, a couple years ago, Barley started to have seizures. They put her on medication and it worked. The seizures stopped. But the family also observed some adverse side effects.
She wasn't really hyperactive anymore.
She just lost her spunk. She lost her goldenness.
And we thought, oh man, this medication we have to give her for the rest of the life, so this is how she's going to be.
There's nothing you can do for them. There's no way to help them.
But then they noticed a bond building.
Now, we know there was a way.
A friendship built peck by peck.
She started smiling again. She started wagging her tail. She started having personality again.
Today, the two remain virtually inseparable. Louie pecks at Barley. Barley chases Louie. They wrestle and relax together. And although Justin and Tori may never know exactly what shifted within Barley, their son Cam has a theory.
She wanted to be friends with Louie and hang out with him a lot, so she kind of stretched her joy and helped and fit in with him.
And that's how a duck helped a retriever stay golden. Steve Hartman, CBS News, New York.
Coming up, 2 stories about resilient kids who can teach us a thing or two about pure joy. Stay with us. You're watching The Uplift. Now a story about twins who did everything together. When they were physically separated, nothing could break their bond, and you know the reunion was oh so sweet. Here's Matt Gutman with the story.
3-year-old twins, Millie and Maverick, did everything together, exploring new words, baking with lots of tasting of the batter. But then earlier this year, something came between them. Cancer.
She'd been sick for a few months, but that's not what we expected at all.
Millie was diagnosed with a rare form of leukemia, requiring intense chemotherapy 3 hours away from their home in South Carolina.
Before this, they'd never been apart.
They FaceTimed a lot.
I'm coming, Sissy.
But it wasn't as good as the real thing.
The second Maverick shows up, Millie is she's back to herself again. Yeah. Millie went about 4 months without walking. Her sister was the motivation to get her to walk again. Yep. And if she wouldn't have had her sister, I'm not sure she'd be walking.
The video of this hug after a week apart quickly going viral. Almost 20 million views.
I did not expect that kind of reaction.
Millie still faces over a year of additional treatment, but she's got a secret weapon.
How big of a hug did you give her?
Like this one.
Show. Oh.
Matt Gutman, CBS News, New York.
Now to a toddler who faced many challenges in his few short years, but still, he kept a smile on his face the whole time. When his mom realized one particular thing made him smile extra wide, she harnessed the power of strangers to keep him smiling.
3-year-old Leo Davies of San Anselmo, California, loves basketball. Put a game on television, and he'll sit there completely captivated. His parents aren't exactly sure why, and Leo can't tell them.
Leo's first 3 years of life have largely been in the hospital, in surgeries.
Leo was born with a rare chromosome disorder, missing genes that left him with a cleft palate and developmental challenges that have made nearly every milestone harder to reach. He has only a few words, but mostly his smile does the talking. And because so much of his childhood has been spent in hospitals instead of playgrounds, Leo doesn't have many friends his own age.
When it came to planning his 3rd birthday party, I asked myself what would make him happiest.
So his mom, Cassie, opened the Nextdoor app and made an unusual request. Would anyone be willing to come play a pickup game simply so her little boy could watch? She wasn't sure if anyone would respond, but she figured it was worth a shot.
Within the first 48 hours, 32,000 people viewed it.
Which brings us to Leo's birthday. One by one, people started showing up. Complete strangers, including the entire Tam High basketball team.
My mom found it on Nextdoor.
Henry Bennett is the Hawks team captain.
What made you guys all come together and do this?
I mean, just knowing us doing something so little can mean so much.
The Hawks gave Leo a signed basketball. The Golden State Valkyries sent gifts of their own. Happy birthday to you. Then, just as the team gathered around to sing happy birthday, the little boy with so few words suddenly found 3.
I love it.
Cassie hoped for a birthday party. There you go. What the neighborhood delivered was kindness.
Happy birthday.
And a slam dunk. Itai Hut, CBS News, Larkspur, California.
Coming up, how William Shatner and his daughter Natalie deepen their bond in an unexpected way.
There was this moment, Melanie, you feared the worst, and you call your dad. What were you fearing?
I was just in one of those moments where you want your daddy, you know, like you're little, you're feeling very little, and you're feeling, this is really scary, and I called him, and I literally could hear the sheets rustling, and he said, I'm coming over, and I certainly didn't want him to disturb himself like that. I just needed his voice. He's a source of like calm to me. And but then he got out of bed and drove over here, gave me the bear hug, and he said to me, this is just a blip in your life. You're going to get past this.
William Shatner and his daughter Natalie say their bond recently grew stronger for an unexpected reason. The pair opened up to our Jonathan Vigliotti and share their powerful story of resilience.
Boldly go where no man has gone before.
For generations of fans, William Shatner has been the man who takes on the unknown as Captain Kirk in Star Trek.
Shoot a beam up, Scotty.
Fearlessly steering the Starship Enterprise into the final frontier.
Risk is our business.
Today, the 95-year-old actor is opening up about a very different journey. He and his daughter, Melanie Shatner-Gretsch, both fought stage 4 cancer together 3 years ago.
Bill, can you take me through that moment, because you had this lump?
So I had a lump, and the doctor, the friendly doctor, said, oh, it's a salivary gland, just massage it there.
After a month, the lump started to grow, so Shatner asked a doctor friend to examine it.
And he put his hands here, and he said, you better get this out, like that. Loving, no panic, but so serious that you knew something was happening. I went to a great oncologist who said, we got to take that out now.
Because it had spread to your brain and
it had
to your lungs.
spread to my brain. There were little points of light in my brain and little points of light, I think, in my lung.
And this is stage 4 malignant melanoma.
Stage 4.
Nearly a year before Shatner was diagnosed, his daughter Melanie found a lump on her breast. She says her doctor initially didn't find anything concerning on her ultrasound, but Melanie knew something was wrong.
Something just said, you need to check again.
So initially it was the coast is clear. You would have initially said, thank God, I'm going back to my life.
And I'd have died because it was a super aggressive kind of cancer, breast cancer, and it had already escaped the breast wall and had gone into my chest.
She underwent months of chemotherapy, 30 rounds of radiation, a double mastectomy, and a year of immunotherapy, leaning on her father for support. She recalls one night reaching out to him.
There was this moment, Melanie, you feared the worst, and you call your dad. What were you fearing?
I was just in one of those moments where you want your daddy, you know, like you're little, you're feeling very little, and you're feeling, this is really scary. And I called him, and I literally could hear the sheets rustling, and he said, I'm coming over. And I certainly didn't want him to disturb himself like that. I just needed his voice. He's the source of like calm to me. And but then he got out of bed and drove over here, gave me the bear hug, and he said to me, this is just a blip in your life. You're going to get past this.
Both are now cancer-free. The good news stirring up deep emotions for Shatner as a father.
I never felt any fear that you would die, Mel. I always felt that somehow we would survive.
Although I do remember.
Yes.
I remember getting my first clear PET scan. It was like right in the very early on. So I called you immediately, and it was the third time I heard you cry in my whole life.
Third time.
As a father, the instinct, the intuition is to protect. And so here was something I couldn't protect. And then I didn't need to protect. She was going to be all right.
As we sit here today, how are you both feeling?
No. Well, that's actually funny because I don't know about you, but anytime I get an ache or a pain, I'm like, oh my God, like, you know, you do have those moments.
Oh, yeah? You mean you got a sore foot? Oh, the cancer's come back.
Yeah.
No, I don't do that.
Well, that's the difference between us right there.
At the same time, my daughter Melanie had stage 4 breast cancer.
Now they're sharing their cancer journey on a new podcast premiering Wednesday, focusing on medicine, science, and spirituality. It's called No Time But Now.
But now is the operative phrase. You've got to make your life count now. Can't do it next week. You may be hit by a car. Do it now. You got to show your love now. You got to take care of yourself now. The cancer, which has amplified our relationship and brought us to this podcast, is a miracle in itself. I have a deeper appreciation of her as an adult now.
And Shatner said he chose not to disclose his diagnosis originally because he was afraid it would impact his ability to find work. He does not need the money. It's just how much he loves what he does. Though the greatest love, he says, and it was very apparent during our conversation, is for his family. Jonathan Vigliotti, CBS News, Los Angeles.
Coming up, for the latest chapter of his Dear David series, our David Begnaud had to look no further than his own family. Stick around, we'll be right back. David Begnaud is known for meeting ordinary people and telling their extraordinary stories. For his Dear David series, people from around the country share their stories with David, and he shares them with us. He found his 100th story back in his hometown and in his own family.
Gosh, I got it. Hello, buddy. Oh my God, look how adorable. Let me see.
This is a reunion to one of the stories people ask me about the most. She is my beautiful mom, Sydney Begnaud, reuniting with the most memorable people she met during her years as a labor and delivery nurse at a Lafayette, Louisiana hospital.
Well, you got to tell me all about yourself.
Mom hasn't seen Kingston Hall, his mom Connie, or Jamie Fontenot since we first told their story back in February of 2018. That was when surveillance footage at Ochsner Lafayette General Medical Center caught Jamie asking for directions. She wasn't a patient, she was there to deliver a letter. But why? Hours earlier in the same hospital, Jamie's dad, James Lee Grimmett, died. And at that exact moment, a lullaby played overhead. The sound the hospital plays every time a baby is born. Jamie heard it and she just knew. She believed that the baby was her dad's angel. So she wrote the newborn mom a letter. Obstetrician Dr. Jennifer Puglisi and my mom, the registered nurse who had just helped to deliver that newborn, were handed the letter. The new mom opened it right there on the spot.
To my dad's angel, even though I will never know your name, you are the first child born here. After my dad's passing, when one life is taken, another is given. Please keep my dad in your prayers.
His name is James. Thank you. I came in and the dad says, oh, we found our middle name. And I'm like, oh, great, what is it? And he says, well, it's James, of course. And I'm like, oh, yes, of course.
They named him Kingston James, after a man he never met, whose daughter never forgot him. We first brought the families together 8 years ago, and they never let go of each other. I now wanted Mom, retired and spoiling grandkids of her own these days, to see what's come of the good that she helped to bring into the world.
So we first did the story 8 years ago. What has happened since?
A lot has happened. I've had more children. We stay in touch. She's attended as much events as Tom allowed her to.
What do they represent for you?
Their family. Extended grandchildren.
What do you think about Miss Jamie?
Awesome.
Yeah,
awesome.
She's pretty awesome.
I feel so blessed. Thank you guys for coming. You know, we only get to see y'all when y'all are born, and then y'all go on y'all's way and go home.
Of all of the stories I've done in 25 years, this is the one story I've done that people ask me about more than any other story.
It's all the work of God.
And to that end, on this day, it seemed right to take the celebration to church.
He just told his mom, he said, I get to ride with her for the first time.
Mom and Kingston got to know each other a little better on the ride.
You must say, yeah. Do you know what I want for my birthday?
No.
A drone.
A drone?
It was a beautiful summer day in South Louisiana. As Mom and Kingston walked hand in hand into an ordinary noon mass.
So you've never been in this church?
Nope, I've never been in a church that looks like this.
At the Cathedral of St. John the Evangelist, where sitting together and praying together meant as much to them as watching it meant to me. 3 families connected by one young man named
Kingston James.
Paul.
There's a lot of love for you. Can you feel the love?
Mm-hmm.
Does it feel good?
Mm-hmm.
Good.
That's our show. I hope this news brightened your day and lifted you up.